Well, as noted from the title of the video, I've got some new goodies from Hoselink. I've got the 82-foot charcoal hose reel, brand new. Got the stand-up weed puller, which I'm actually really anxious to try out. So I'm gonna unbox these, show you what they look like, show you some action, and have some fun looking at new products from Hoselink. Here we go. Obligatory grass update. 100 degrees today. We're doing okay. Watering twice a week, hitting it with hydrotane once a month. You love to see it. Needs to be mowed though. We'll do that later. It's too hot.
I'm baking like a toasted cheese here. It's so hot here.
Now, quick disclaimer for those of you that don't already know, Hoselink is a partner of the channel and they did send these to me, and I do have a discount code available in the links below, so that if you're interested in checking out a Hoselink hose reel, I've done several videos on these before, you can check those out too. I'll leave those down below as well. If you do want to save some money on a hose reel from them, there's $10 off for you down below. So there it is. It's nice. I like it. That's a nice color. Charcoal gray is what they're calling it. It looks more of a matte black to me, and matte black is actually one of my favorite colorways. Shout out MKBHD. If you know, you know. They've changed a couple other things on the design too. The hose is all blacked out. Every piece of it is blacked out here. Super nice. The quick connects here are a light gray, kind of almost an off-white here. Different from the green. Same thing with the accent color on the nozzle. Looks kind of like a stormtrooper.
And you'll drop your weapon?
And I'll drop my weapon.
One thing I'm already noticing though, it's 100 degrees outside. This thing's been up for about 5 minutes and it's already hot to the touch. Like, I cannot rest my hand on that. Hoselink does offer covers for these things, and I have them on my other hose reels. This one will probably get one too. But yeah, this is hot. Oh yeah. Boom. All right, now little overview of the weed puller. This thing is pretty neat. I've always wanted to try one of these things. I've seen a couple different variations on the interwebs, and when Hoselink asked if I wanted to try this out, I said sure. So I've got to say, when you take it out of the box, the assembly required is extremely minimal. We're talking 4 screws just to connect the top handle to the bottom handle, and then you're off and ready to go. Using it is pretty simple. You want to line up the claws over the center of the weed, press down on the tool with your hand or with the foot pedal, and then from there you just lean it back and remove the weed from the ground. And then you can use the smaller eject pedal or the lower hand grip to remove the weed from the claw. So kind of interesting design. It is very plastic as far as everything that you're touching. This handle up here is plastic, this handle here is plastic, this is a very light metal here, probably aluminum I'm guessing, and then everything down here, all the pedals and everything are plastic, hard plastic, and then the teeth on the claws here are metal too. I'm curious to see how this holds up over time. One interesting thing on here, there's no branding on this at all. I would have expected to see some branding on here. It doesn't say Hoselink anywhere. As far as design goes, I think it's a pretty interesting design. I would like the handle to maybe be a little longer. There is a lot of plastic on here. The plastic on the bottom where you interact with it with your feet is pretty hardy. I'll be curious to see how it holds up over time. It works well. I used it on small weeds and I used it on larger weeds as well. I've got a lot of work to do in my backyard beds here, and this gave me a pretty good start at it. As long as the ground is soft enough for you to really get this all the way down against the soil, it'll work fine. Yeah, airplane. If you are looking for a solution to kind of stay off of your hands and knees a little more when you're pulling weeds out of the garden beds, this is pretty handy and pretty nifty. I think it just takes a little bit of practice to kind of get used to it and get familiar with how it works, and having more consistent success with it. But overall, this is pretty cool. I think it's a neat design. It does work. Full transparency, I'm not a fan of the price for this thing. $54. $54. $54 for this. I think this is probably more of a $30 product, maybe $35 at the most, not $54. Yeah, that's a lot. If you are interested in buying it, please take advantage of the $10 off code, and that will help a little bit. I think this is a little bit overpriced though. So those are my thoughts on the weed puller. Pretty nifty, a little expensive, but if you're looking for something to help you pull some weeds, this is pretty cool. Well, there you go, a couple new products from Hoselink. Thank you to Hoselink for sending those to me. I think they're pretty cool, especially this new charcoal gray matte black hose reel. So check that out if you haven't had a chance. Again, there is a coupon code linked in the description below. Both of these products as well, linked in the description below. Really excited to see some new variety and some change here from Hoselink, and hope to see more variety and options from them in the future as they continue to bring their products from Australia over here to the United States. More thoughts on the Hoselink hose reels and all that stuff linked down below. Tons of information down there. Don't miss it. So there you go. That'll go ahead and wrap up the video here. Hopefully, if you're looking into either of these products, these thoughts and impressions here and overview is helpful for you in your purchase making decisions. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.